Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with the Horse Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
First up, on Monday we got some of that, I guess this was the behind-the-scenes footage we were promised. Behind the scenes of nowhere!
Where were the scenes that we were behind? Because all I saw were scenes we've seen before.
All the footage was the same. There was absolutely no new footage for the show.
No.
There was just a little,
Hype for Rosario Dawson being Ahsoka?
Yeah, here we're going to talk about Dave's excited about continuing her story, about making her the center focus.
Do we need to be told that Dave's excited to continue Ahsoka's story?
What we need is a new trailer with new footage so we can glean more of the plot, because that's what everyone wants to do. Yeah,
they tried to make it like a little hype piece, but what gets people hyped is new footage and trailers. Not like... Yeah, we know. It's great. It's cool that Rosario Dawson was like a fan cast and she's wanted to play this. I think that's great. That's cool stuff, and I'm not upset that they tried to do this and get a little hype. But you gotta throw a little sprinkle of new in there. Instead, it was just like a minute and a half of.
It was just a reminder the show's coming.
Yeah, we know. I mean,
we are aware.
We know, but you got to get other people to know, which is where you're. As we've discussed, I think that's the biggest problem Ahsoka is going to face is trying to get the average person to watch this show.
They should be releasing trailers that give you a backstory on the character. They did a little of that here, saying, "Oh, she was trained by the greatest Jedi ever, Anakin Skywalker."
That's debatable. Greatest ever.
That's what they
couldn't
said.
Even make the council.
Well, they didn't call him Jedi Master, so.
No, they did the greatest Jedi Knight ever, maybe.
Well, we've got a lot to get through, so let's just let's keep rolling here.
Yeah, so in other words, the Ahsoka thing was, if that's what they were going to show on Hulu from Essence Fest, glad...
we are not amused.
Yeah, glad that wasn't like what we got all excited for and then got nothing. You're better off have gotten the nothing, I think. I don't know. Let's move on.
All right. Deadpool 3. I know we're moving into not Star Wars territory, but I think this is still within our wheelhouse. So
this is worthy to be talked about, I think.
Because Deadpool 3 is going to be amazing. I just feel it.
1 and 2, really good. First one, I like the first one more than the second. Even though I'm a big fan of Cable, I just feel like the second was kind of...
I don't know. Domino was really cool. I loved how they portrayed her power.
Her luck power, yes.
It was very, very smart.
There's a lot to love about Deadpool 2. I think the first one was something really special, and the second one kind of felt very derivative and kind of similar to the first one.
I still enjoyed it, so I don't care.
Sure, absolutely enjoy it. That's people don't understand. Like, you can still put out a problem and have loved the hell out of something.
Alright, but Deadpool 3 revealed their first official look at Wolverine in the yellow suit.
Looks glorious.
It does look glorious. It's
the best thing I've ever seen.
I mean, there they are walking around together, and he's got that iconic, comic-accurate looking suit, but it looks appropriate, you know? It doesn't look goofy and wonky.
It's not straight out of the comics.
Yeah, he's not wearing the mask.
Yes.
Which is where you start getting... But he's got the right... his haircut is on point.
Something tells me that mask will be on at some point during... Like, when he puts on the suit, he'll
Maybe
probably
it'll be
get the mask.
the first time he sees him, and then he'll rip it off and be like, this is stupid.
It'll be like in the first X-Men movie when, he's checking out his new suit and Cyclops is like, what, would you prefer yellow spandex? And he's kind of like, well, maybe.
What's interesting is, we're going to get this multiverse story that's going to pay homage to, Marvel's efforts within
I don't know if it's pay homage or poke fun. But yes.
Homage, fun. It's all the same to Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to take place right after Deadpool 2's post-credit scene where he kind of used Cable's time machine
to fix the
to correct
Deadpool
some
universe,
mistakes.
The X-Men universe, yeah.
Which they're saying is actually going to elicit some warnings from the TVA because Owen Wilson's Agent Morbius was spotted near the set.
So they are trying to kind of blend this into the MCU then.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even the Hollywood Reporter kind of broke this rumor / news, I'm not sure what it is at this point, that Jennifer Gardner is coming back as Elektra for some sort of a cameo. We also
Greatest superhero film of all time.
We also heard we're going to get our original Daredevil.
Oh, you mean Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They're saying that we might get some others as well.
How about Halle Berry's Catwoman? Can we... Oh, that's the wrong universe.
No.
I'm sorry.
You're never getting Halle... No. They're saying you're going to get, an assortment of X-Men talent, James Marsden's Scott Summers, Halle Berry's Storm, Charles Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen's Magneto.
So it's going to poke
Channing
fun.
Tatum, who was always supposed to be playing Gambit
yes.
is supposed to be playing Gambit.
I hope so. If one's true, let it be Gambit.
Also, Evan Peters' Quicksilver and Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch.
This is going to get weird, isn't it?
Well, if they're playing around with the multiverse to end him up in the MCU's universe, this could get very weird.
Let it be weird.
Let it be weird. That's what Deadpool's supposed to be. He's coming to theaters May 4th next year.
Oh, we're less than a year away. I didn't
coming
realize...
on Star Wars Day.
Oh my god. You think they'll make a note of that in the movie?
I think they might try to, for sure. It would be great.
Yeah. That's the perfect day for it to come out for some weird reason. I can think of no better way to spend Star Wars Day than watching Deadpool.
I could agree with this. This could be very fun.
I'm very looking forward to this because I do think it's going to pay a fun homage to the multiverse madness that we've had lately in films with cameos. I hope they
Marvel of studios past.
I hope they all just start coming through portals. Like just every there's Elektra, there's whoever they can think of. Some of these obscure that you've probably forgotten
Daredevil,
about.
Bullseye.
God,
pull him
Bullseye.
out. The first class, not the first class, but the first X-Men team.
Yes, they're all coming out of portals for some. That's already what I see.
Well, and he's got his regular crew that should be in the movie as well. They've all been spotted around. His Negasonic teenage warhead.
Oh yes. Will Colossus be in this again?
Supposed to be, yes.
Will Cable be in it again?
I actually heard he may not be.
No, come on.
Sorry, I've heard Domino might not be either. But Peter might be.
No, I've already seen the ending. It's going to be all kinds of. He's going to pull from all kinds of universes to defeat something.
It'll be great.
It's going to be like Avengers.
He'll have his mock Avengers.
Yes, that I'm predicting that right now. I'm going to come back to it when I'm right in a year. Less than a year.
Less than.
Yes, that's the ending of this movie. It's gonna poke fun at Avengers and have all these characters you've long since forgotten and wanted to forget showing up and assembling.
All right, well, let's move on to our last piece of news today. Hasbro popped some new reveals out there for everybody.
Hasbro's, they've been just kind of throwing, we haven't had one of their big presentations in a while.
We will soon. I'll get to it.
Oh. I mean, yay.
But we got 2 more figures coming at us from the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus show. First up, we've got Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn. It's Force Ghost Jedi Master.
Does it include instructions as to how he manifested as a Force Ghost?
Because, yes, of course. But
that we don't know.
It's just the Qui-Gon figure done up in the Force Ghost style, because now that they've mastered the Force Ghost style, everyone's a Force Ghost.
Don't. Before you know it, we're going to have a Rise of Skywalker special edition where every voice in there is a Force Ghost.
Why not?
Why not? Because they shouldn't have been talking in the first place.
Have they given us Jedi Master Luke Skywalker Force Ghost yet?
No, they haven't. Old Luke. They don't... It's been a while since we got anything from Hasbro from the sequel trilogy. Other than Rey's golden lightsaber, I think, not too long ago.
We've got Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn Force Ghost. He, as well as the other figure we're discussing, are going to be available Walmart exclusives, $27.99 on the 18th of this month. The other figure is Obi-Wan Kenobi Jedi Legend figure.
Ooh, Jedi Legend.
Yes, it is the figure that comes from the end of the show.
Yep.
His duel with Vader is in that same robe, so you can take the robe off and get him in his little "come fight me" pose. But he also comes with his robe, really. His binoculars, the little sky hopper he gives to Luke, as well as his lightsaber.
And when he's still playing with when he's 19. Hey, I ain't judging. I play with toys and I'm much older than 19.
He can't be a Jedi now. He has an attachment. All right. We also found out that Hasbro is getting a Comic-Con panel, as well as Star Wars Outlaws.
Ooh.
Yes, we've got 2 panels right there for Star Wars to look forward to at SDCC. The Outlaws panel is called Becoming the Galaxy's Most Wanted. It's an hour long. It's going to be on Saturday the 22nd. And they revealed in the panel's description also that D. Bradley Baker is not just playing Nix the space pet. He is also playing the voice of Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of exciting. We'll hopefully get some gameplay, maybe some more information coming out of that panel, and we will portray it to you when we know something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I said, Hasbro's panel is another hour-long Star Wars panel, and it's going to be on Friday, the day before the other panel.
Where we will see the Ghost revealed.
Yeah, we should be seeing the reveal of the HasLab project, which is supposed to be the Ghost. Maybe some other figures coming out for the new show, because they do want to get things like that moving.
Wouldn't it be something to get the figures when the show's coming out instead of a year later? We're getting these...
Although we won't get them, they would just announce them.
Yeah, but we're getting these Kenobi figures revealed a year after a year after the show.
And they're not supposed to come out until the fall, so...
After a year?
Yeah.
But yeah. it feels like they're behind, which is probably Lucasfilm's problem and Hasbro's
once again,
problem.
Hasbro said we will be getting some surprises, but anything they show us would be a surprise.
In theory, yeah.
But what's interesting is with that Outlaws panel, maybe we're going to reveal some Outlaws figures. Maybe our droid, Nyx, and Vess. I can't remember her.
I'm sure they'll make some... they did right away for Fallen Order when that first came out.
Yeah,
and that was even when Rise of Skywalker was coming out, because they had the dual or triple Force Friday.
Yeah, so they could definitely give us some figures for maybe to help even hype up the Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah.
I need my sexy buff Nyx droid.
Only if they get the trench coat right.
Nyx isn't the droid. Nyx is the little... Well,
he's ND, Naughty Droid.
I just told you. Dungeons and Dragons there.
Nyx
Baldur's
was
Gate.
the little space pet. That's what I've been calling it.
So we're not going to talk about the Baldur's Gate Dungeons and Dragons bear scene?
I know you're excited to play that game, but...
Oh, I thought you were going to say to play that scene.
Oh, I'm sure you're very excited.
I'm pumped to play the game, yeah.
And you're excited about the scene, I know.
No. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in D&D Baldur's Gate bear, and you'll probably find it.
It'll probably come up.
No, you
Baldur's
will find
Gate 3.
It. Yeah.
Maybe. You might have to add
Baldur's
the 3.
Gate 3. I don't think you'll even have to add the 3. But you'll find it, and then you'll be mad at me, probably, for pointing that to you.
I think that was funny. The devs just said they wanted to make sure people had all options, because they know when you play D&D, you think of some crazy stuff, and they wanted those options to be there. You don't have to take the options, but they're there. Because they know that people can.
But do they know? I mean, did they really think... Okay, so there's a scene. Let's just spoil it for you if you didn't go and look. But there's a scene where a druid transforms into a bear and spends an evening with somebody.
With one of the NPC characters.
Yes.
Because it looks like there's a scene where any character you're playing kind of gets the option to get a little physical.
Yeah, to get seduced by this.
Yes, by the character.
Yes.
And if you happen to play a druid and can wild shape, things can get extra wild. Let's just put it that way.
That's a wild shape indeed. But anyway, yeah, let's get off that topic.
Yeah, because that's all we've got for the news.
Oh, so I just prolonged it so people could hear about
so people could hear about that.
About the bears. I'm sorry, everybody. But that's all we got for you this time. Now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news. And let's talk some bear. And until next time, thanks for watching.